So, Steve, you last week, this has been on, you mentioned about dictator. Last week on the show, you mentioned about there's the 5 big faction families and 1 dictator. So my question to you, I think U.S. need offensive strategy. And we know CCP fear the most. Xi Jinping fear the most is the political counterattack from within. And right now, America has the once of lifetime opportunity to leverage that cracks. So my question to you is, what is the Trump or Trump team currently strategy is for identifying and intensifying those internal divisions? Borrow the sword to kill your enemy. That is a strategy that CCP has been using. So I wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
Ava, you're quite brilliant as always, and you ask amazing questions. Roy, I know it's tough for me to keep up with. I know these are brilliant questions. Ava, that's absolutely brilliant. And my only response is that's top secret.
Gotcha.
Wow.
No,
and FSC will help the American people.
The audience should understand there are people spending a lot of time on that, a lot of time thinking that through, and a lot of time executing on that. And the factions are at each other's throats behind the scenes. This is why Xi just last week cashiered another senior general in the PLA.
Yes.
There's also a group, a part of the faction that's more even ultra-nationalist than Xi. And so there's tremendous turmoil, there's tremendous finger pointing, there's tremendous, inside the Chinese Communist Party of how did they get in this situation, because this is not something they had planned on, right? They've prepared for, but they never thought it would happen. There's a lot of finger pointing. There's a lot of second guessing on moves that have been made. There's a lot of dissension. Clearly inside the country, there's a lot of angst, unemployment, cost of living. Young people feel like they've been abandoned. The promise that, the trade-off the Chinese people have unfortunately been forced to make is to trade off some sort of economic security for giving up all their political and human freedom, which is a horrible, horrible thing, and has had such a horrible impact on Chinese civilization, and particularly the traditional family, and people are questioning that. So it's a time of turmoil. I do think President Trump does put first and foremost, he wants to make sure we avoid a broadening of the kinetic war that's already started in Ukraine and in the Middle East, and now is off the tip of in Yemen, the southern tip of the Arabian Peninsula. So we are in, for the audience, we are in the most dangerous time for the United States of America, and quite frankly, the most dangerous time in the world. Even more dangerous than 1939 and 1940, the prelude to the great conflagration of World War II that took at least 35 to 40 million Chinese lives.